Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Mike, Fylde Flips. Can you believe that it's been 12 months since I've started on YouTube? I cannot believe it. It's gone so quick. This is going to be a fairly short video. I'm going to just give some thanks to a few people who I need to say thank you to, and we're going to have a quick look back at some older footage, and we're going to have a quick look forward to what's to come in the next 12 months. Yeah, check this out. This was me just before putting out my first video on YouTube. Hey guys, so very quickly I just thought I would share this with you. Yeah, so it's my first video going live in like 10 minutes. So yes, slightly scary, I'm not gonna lie. And let's take a quick look at my first video, just a little bit, just to kind of give you an idea of how I started. This is the first one. Yeah, does anybody remember this? Remember this video? First video I ever did. Did you watch it when it was brand new, or have you watched it more recently? Yeah, when I made this video, I just recently got my GoPro. There's a little bit of GoPro footage in there, and the kind of going around the car boot sale footage was just with my mobile. I think it was like my iPhone 6. It wasn't fantastic, as you can see, shaky all about. And I actually got another camera as well just before getting the GoPro. I got it from a charity shop for about £9, and it was worth about £9. It looked good. It looked like it was gonna, do the business. It was 720p, but I was like, that's all right for my first one. But no, I don't know where it wasn't 720p. It was, I don't know what it was, but it was no good. Really, really not great. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. This is just a little bit of an insight, just a little bit of the kind of things that I do. And I've got a lot more coming. I've got a lot more footage, half edited, ready to kind of roll out over the next few weeks. So I don't know, let me know the kind of stuff that you want to see. If you've got any questions, comment below and I'll try to get back to you. And if I can't get back to you, then I'm sure somebody else will in the comments. And that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. So what I really need to do is thank a few people, and well, quite a lot of people. A lot of people have supported me along the way in one way or another. So thank you very much to everyone, because I know not everybody comments on the videos, but here on the screen are a load of people who have been kind of commenting a lot, or they've helped in other ways. I think the reselling community is the best community out there on YouTube. Obviously I'm going to say that, but you've only got to look at the likes of like Kevin and his family over at Commonwealth Picker over in America to see that the reselling community can be extremely nice, extremely kind. So I'll pop a load of names up on the screen. I might include a few comments that people have left over the last 12 months along with that. Thank you very much to everybody who has left a comment. I try and get back to everyone. If I've ever missed your comment, then I apologise, but I do my best to kind of get back to everyone. Sometimes it's a bit late, but I do appreciate everyone who comments. There's a few people who comment routinely and tell me about things that I've missed, but they do it in a nice way where they're not like, ah, oh, you've missed that, like what you're doing, which I've had before. Oh God, what's this guy up to? He doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, he's missed this and he's missed that. And I'm like, come on, give us a break. A car boot sale, there's 1,000 items. Of course you're going to miss stuff. But there's people who are just like nice, and they're like, this is worth this because of this. And it's, it really is helpful. Because, hopefully I give some good information, tell you about a few things that maybe you didn't know about, or remind you of things that maybe you did know about and maybe you've not picked it up in a while, and you see me buy it and do well yourself. I don't know, but I just hope some of the information that I give helps. I know you guys help me out. All I have to say is question of sport. I've got one down here. This is my third one. Yeah, if you've seen Instagram, you'll know. But yeah, without you guys, I would not have known about this. I knew about it a little bit, so maybe I would have found out about it eventually. But I've been reselling for what, 3 years, a bit longer, and I didn't know about it in all this time. And you know, the board game came out in what, 1984 or whatever, 1982. So you know, obviously everybody else knew about it, but I didn't know. A few of you guys told me. But yeah, since then I have, you know, looked more into this kind of stuff, like the top trump cards and just kind of sports cards in general. And I've got these 3 question of sports, but I've also got, I'm looking up here because I think they're up here, or they might be down there, but I've got a blue question of sport as well. The cards aren't as valuable. I think there's a Michael Jordan card in there, if I remember rightly, or is that another one? I've got 2. And then as well as that, I've got a top trumps set of cards worth about 50 quid. It's got a young Cristiano Ronaldo in there. So I don't think I would have picked any of that up if it wasn't for people letting me know. And same with things like Zurich, the Zurich stuff, the like German vintage pottery. Now, you know, I used to live in Germany, so I know about Zurich branded stuff, but I didn't know there was such a kind of following of it. And special thanks to Sam Smith, because I think you were the first person to tell me about like fat lava glazed pots. I don't think I'd picked any up until you said. So, and after that, well, if you watch my videos, you know I don't know how many I've picked up like this summer, but it's a lot. I've picked up a lot. I'm still, you know, they don't sell crazy fast, but they sell well enough and for good money, good markup. Has anybody out there found an AA dog at all? Do you know the AA dog? You might have seen a video that I'd done about that. The AA, the breakdown company, were giving away the dogs as like a promotional thing, and I managed to sell one for, I can't remember now, was it 250, something like that? I'll put it on the screen. Anybody out there found one, like either off the back of my video or not? Just interested to know. Hope you have. Keep your eyes peeled for it, if not, because they must be out there. And as well as, you know, all the people who comment, just thank you very much to everybody who watches. I know there's a lot of people who never comment. There's a lot of people who are not subscribed but do come back every week, so I really do appreciate it. I've also noticed a little bit of an influx of people from outside of the UK watching the videos, so hello to you. I think mainly the US, but hello to anyone. If there's anybody in Australia or I was going about Australia and America. I am aware that there are other parts of the world, but anybody from any other part of the world, just let me know. Anybody who's not from the UK, comment down below and just let me know where you're from. Interested to know, because like the whole like YouTube analytics, it tells you so much, but it doesn't, like for instance, it says that nobody under the age of like 25 ever watches my videos, which I know is not correct, because I know a few people who watch the videos who are, you know, under 25. Same it also says that nobody over the age of 65 watches the videos, and I don't think that can be true either, right? So I don't know how kind of correct all this information is, but it's just interesting to know. Let me know down below where you're from in the world, how long you've been watching. Can I ask if you have enjoyed any of the videos of the last 12 months? Please hit the like button on this video. Why don't we try and make this the most liked video out of all of them? Like I think it's about 150 or something, my like current best video, and that has like 8,000 views or something, which is crazy to me, by the way. I never thought I'd have, you know, any videos getting that kind of views within 12 months of doing it. Definitely not. But if we can make this, which is definitely not going to get those kind of views, because these kind of videos just don't, but if we can make this the most liked video, that'd be great. And also there's a link down below to buymeacoffee.com. If you want to go over there and show extra support over there, then it'd be very much appreciated. So I just wanted to give extra special thanks to these 4 resellers who have helped the most since I started reselling. If you don't already subscribe to them, I suggest you go and subscribe, because they know what they're doing, and yeah, just go and see them. And there's a lot of others as well, but it's these 4 in particular, for one reason or another, who have helped the most. So Kevin at Commonwealth Picker, I've been following his channel for a year or 2, couple of years I think, and really like his stuff. He gets his whole family involved. It's more, you know, he gets to the point eventually, He talks a fair bit, a bit like me, mate, you know, and about Tupperware, a bit like me. Can you see the influence there? But yeah, he's just, I don't know what to say. He sells a wide variety of stuff. He's been doing it for a long time, far longer than I have, and he really knows his stuff. Go and subscribe to him if you've not already. I know most of you watching probably already subscribed. Next, again in America, Matt Part-Time Pickers. He's kind of, I think I started watching him when he really didn't have that many subscribers, and now he's nearly at 100,000. So his channel has just kind of exploded. He's like the master of finding things that people would never think there was that much money in. The next person, not everybody will know who this is, but some of you will, and it is somebody who... Oh, come here. You smell something. What do you smell of? Yogurt? Let me smell you. Strawberries? You been eating strawberries?
No.
Well, what have you been eating then? Smell strawberries.
All other things in the world.
What? Not all those things in the world. The next person I'd like to thank is the first reseller that I ever watched on YouTube, which was a good few years back now, and I'd never even really heard of reselling as a kind of actual thing until I watched his videos. And he no longer does reselling videos, but he does have a channel called To Infinity and Beyond. Go and check that out. I will put it up on the screen. Yeah, it's definitely still worth watching his old videos. Go and have a look. If you've been reselling for a while, it's good to just look back at those videos and just remember, you know, reminisce about the stuff that you used to pick up a few years back. It's good for that, but he has some good information still now for anybody who's new. Go and check his stuff out. And I think it'd be wrong not to thank Nick and Andrea Hills, like the king and queen of reselling. You know, they've been doing it for a long time, and I'm sure most people out there in the UK have got some kind of good information from them over the years. They, you know, what can I say? Go check them out. Great channel. So next I'm going to answer a few questions from a few people. I asked on YouTube and on Instagram if anybody has any questions, and a few of you replied. I can't address everybody, but I'm just going to do a few that I've picked out. So the first question's from Hanny and me, and she asked, what is my best ever find? Now, this is by far my best. I've had a few kind of fairly decent things where I picked it up for like 50p a pound and then flipped it for like over 100, but this has got to be the best one, and I'll put on screen what it is. It's a Fender Stratocaster. I think it's a Squire one. Generally speaking, I mean, I don't know a huge amount about guitars. I mean, I know a little bit, but I think the Squire ones are not usually the Squire ones are not usually as sought after as some of the other ones. But this particular one was, and there's a good reason for that, which I'll mention in a second. But basically, I paid £15 for the guitar, which was boxed. It had its guitar strap. It had its like original picks that came with it. It also came with an amp, which I don't think I've got photographs of, but that sold for about 40 quid. Anyway, I paid £15 from a charity shop for this, and I could not believe it when I looked it up afterwards. A couple of people have managed to get a high amount. Anyway, this didn't hang around too long, about a month, thereabouts. I think it was up for before it sold, and it sold for £700 plus postage, and it went over to Scandinavia. I think it was Denmark or Norway perhaps, but I don't know, it was Scandinavia, and it got there in one piece. I was, you know, £700. I was on GSP. I wrapped it, as you can imagine, like so well. Yeah, I was watching the tracking and I was so happy when it actually got there. It's definitely my best flip by a few hundred. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what your best ever purchase is. Maybe it's a big bundle of something, maybe it was one single item, maybe it's something you got years ago, maybe it's something you got now. Let me know what it was, where you got it from, how much you made or are likely to make. Let me know down in the comments. Tam and Bell asked if there was anything in particular I did to grow the channel, or did it happen organically? Pretty organically, I think. I didn't really, especially not in the early days, like spread the videos out there. I didn't put them anywhere. I didn't put them on Facebook or Instagram or anything else. I just kind of let YouTube do its thing. I just thought, you know, people see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. I just enjoyed the process of doing it. And I did get a couple of like little shout outs. One was from Sue's Pile of Shame. That was right at the beginning, like one video out, maybe two, and she gave me a little shout out, and I got a few subscribers from that. If that was you, did you subscribe off the back of Sue's Pile of Shame? Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. What I would say to anybody making videos is just keep it simple, keep it short. Yeah, keep it short. But you know, the problem with making it long, for me, I would say, it's just it takes so much longer to edit videos that are 40-50 minutes long. That's the main thing. Like, it just takes so long to do it. You've also got the fact that not everybody likes watching videos that are that long. But with reselling videos, I've not quite figured it out. I'm not sure, but a lot of people do like watching the long ones. I think they just kind of like stick it on, and I know I do as well. Like, they stick it on, let it roll out while they're working, or you know, maybe doing stuff while they're kind of watching it, not necessarily kind of focused on it. Well, then you've got like the shorter videos where people are more focused and, you know, looking at what's sold, and they're trying to get all the information in. Craigo asked, how long do I spend on YouTube and eBay compared to my full-time job? That's a really difficult one to answer. I've never really like sat down and kind of, you know, crunched the numbers, if you like. But my kind of average day, I get up at like 5, half 5. I go for a run. I come back. I do some photographs or some editing, like before everybody else gets up, and then I'll go to work. And then at lunchtime, I'll either go out sourcing, or I'll do some video editing, or I'll do some listing at lunchtime. And then at night is a time where we do our packaging. So it does take a lot, you know. It's a lot of time. It is a lot of time. You just got to weigh up, you know, what is right for you. If you're thinking of getting into reselling, you know, it's not an easy gig. It's not. There's a lot of work involved. You know, it might not be kind of rocket science, do you know what I mean? But it is work, and it's not easy a lot of the time, and there are challenges. You just got to kind of get on with it. And you know, you have times where things go really quiet, you have times where things get really busy, and you have to kind of fit it all around your life, and that is just how it is. But you know, the positives of reselling is that you can change things up. If you want to have a week where you just kind of don't really do much, you can do that. You know, but you get out of it what you put in. My full-time job is like 37.5 hours a week, I think it is, and the reselling is probably close to that. Maybe not quite as much, 20 to 30 hours perhaps. I'll quickly finish on this one. Hanny and me asked if is my house like a tip with reselling? Does stuff creep out of like your storerooms, like this room and my shed, make it into the rest of the house? And yes it does. I'll put a little bit of footage that I took the other day. Yeah, just look at it, there's stuff everywhere, and this is just how it is. It does creep into other parts of the house. I do my best to kind of keep it separate. I'd love to have, you know, a big shed, like, you know, Lonnie shed flips or Commonwealth picker, and keep everything in there. And very quickly, I'm just going to very briefly explain how I got started reselling. So as I said before, Ben Fitzpatrick, that's somebody who I started watching first off. But my reselling kind of goes back prior to that by quite a few years. And I'm not going to go into this in depth. Maybe I will at another time. But basically, I've always kind of had a bit of a reselling kind of streak in me, I guess. Or I kind of get up and go and, you know, get out there and get some money type of thing. I'll say very briefly, I would say like my dad was in the RAF and we used to live on RAF camps, which were a bit kind of, you know, a bit of middle of nowhere, and wasn't a lot happening, and there wasn't a lot of opportunity to, as a kid, to make any extra money or anything like that. But I used to go around and wash people's cars. I'd like wash every car on the whole base, and then I'd go around and try and wash everybody else's car again the following weekend, and then the following weekend, and they'd get a bit sick of me, but I made some decent money doing that. Fast forward many years later, and I kind of had a paper round, and in fact at one point I think I had 5 paper rounds. I had like 2 in the morning, 3 at night, or 3 in the morning, 2 at night. And I made some decent money doing that. I actually, by the time I was 15, I think I was 15, I might have been 16, I think I was 15, I managed to save up £700 to buy myself my first computer, because, you know, we couldn't afford it. I mean, 700 quid, especially back then, was a lot of money, still a lot of money. But it was like a Packard Bell, like, you know, really old school looking computer. If I can find a picture of something similar, I'll put it on the screen. You know, the ones where the speakers like kind of slotted on the sides of the monitor, and the monitor weighed a ton. But yeah, I went and I bought it with like notes and change. I was paying with pound coins and stuff. I you know, why didn't I go to the bank and get it changed? I don't know. But I was literally just handing over like a massive wad of cash and a big jar of coins, and I was like, here, take it. And so I'd like to say that I was then like the next Bill Gates or something after doing that. That would be a good story, right? But it wasn't like that. But it just kind of gives it a bit of an example of my mindset. But then fast forward many more years, and I kind of had I had a thing with Lips microphones. Anybody remember the Lips microphones from the Xbox 360? I bought a load of them. I kept buying them and reselling them. And then around that time, a bit later, I think, I got into making like custom t-shirts and stuff. I had a graphic designer friend who did a load of designs. But I also got involved with like, how can I put it? I ended up selling some t-shirts that I shouldn't have sold, and I was young and I didn't know better, and yeah, things didn't end up very well. And I basically I didn't get like kicked off eBay or anything, but it right threw me off, and I didn't sell anything. I didn't resell anything after that for many years. Yeah, I often think, what would have happened if that hadn't happened? Would I have carried on reselling and, you know, be further along with my journey now? Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't, who knows? But that's just kind of how it was. And then fast forward all the way through to like 3.5 years ago-ish, and I started selling on eBay again, just a few bits around the house, and yeah, I went from there, bit more, and just grew it to what it is now. So looking forward, I'm considering maybe doing a second channel with more kind of alternative content, but I don't know. We will see on that. Another thing is, I am seriously considering, I've said this before, but I'm definitely going to drop one day at work. So I'll be working 4 days on my full-time job, and 3 days, you know, potentially doing the reselling. That is the plan. Obviously, I've not got that approved by them yet, but hopefully they will, you know, do that for me. Other people have done it, so I don't, you know, it should be okay, but we will see. That's going to happen soon. I don't know if I'm going to make it happen this side of Christmas or just after Christmas, but it's going to be fairly soon. So with that extra day, maybe I can get more videos out, maybe I can do something a bit different, but I mean, my priority is reselling first, and, you know, YouTube and everything else second, really. So I'm going to end the video by showing you a bit of a compilation of some of the kind of best bits from the last 12 months. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
We are here. Look.
Oh, this is just the highest quality YouTube content in the world. I don't care what anyone says. It's obviously true. The message was, you say you're not a liar. You say you're not a liar. But you are a liar because it doesn't work properly. And I randomly have a Sega Saturn from a kettle box.
You're so evil!